I should be very honest and tell you that I think that many companies out there nowadays are misrepresenting the value proposition and the utility of what they're selling, right? There are, for lack of a better term, many people out there trying to sell AI-enabled tools for this, that, and the other in virtually every form of legal practice. I think many of them misrepresent what they're capable of doing and their accuracy. But nonetheless, we have to be willing to adopt these technologies and to kind of understand where they help us, right? I mean, there was at some point which we shifted as a practice from typewriters to Microsoft Word, and even before that, from written documents to to typewriters. And we have to be willing to identify when those are generally going to help us, and then staff ourselves up and learn that appropriately. And if you don't learn, candidly, you end up being put behind, right? You end up being a little bit antiquated. You end up relying on junior associates to do it for you, as I had with many of my senior partners back in the day. So a bigger issue, though, honestly, is just understanding technology beyond what I call the Wikipedia surface level, which is that, speaking of AI again, I know everyone talks about that, but there's this tendency amongst attorneys to do a quick summary read of what's out there technologically and then to assume that they have a full understanding of it. Candidly, it's much more complicated than that. And I think that the mark of a good attorney, even if you are in a practice that conventionally does not lend itself to that. So, criminal proceedings, for example, you have to understand the technology more than just, well, a computer is a computer, right? Because
Mhm.
many of these things do involve it. If you're talking discovery, if you're talking proving up facts with respect to, say, text messages, whatever, you've got to understand that technology at more than a surface Wikipedia style level. So I think that really nowadays, and I know this sounds corny, but now more than ever, it's extremely important for attorneys and those helping attorneys to understand the technology at a fundamental level, just not at a surface level.